We rented and later shifted to a new house in a well-known society in Thane, Mumbai in the year of 2009. The house was 1,000 square feet, too big for just the two of us. I was so excited to arrange the house as to my desire. I was not working then, so I had the whole day to myself to put up and arrange things on my own, and I pretty much loved doing it. On the second day after we shifted, as I was busy with arranging the bedrooms, I heard a loud thud as if a pile of books I had left in one of the rooms on the table fell to the ground with a loud thud. I was not scared then, but as I reached that room to pick up the fallen books, I found that not even a single book had fallen. I was a bit scared. I tried to recollect what kind of noise I had actually heard, but I couldn't reach a conclusion. Okay, here I will give a brief description of our neighbors and the place where the society was. Of the 4 flats on my floor, only 2 were occupied, and the other flat, I had not met anyone there yet. Now, the society is in a very good locality, but on the backside, there is a huge empty land. Also, there are 8 buildings that are abandoned. Actually, the buildings are complete on the outside, but looks incomplete or dilapidated on the inside. And these huge constructions were visible to us from all the windows in all the rooms in our house. These buildings gave me the creeps. At all times, I have seen strange lights in the upper floors in one or sometimes 2 of them. Okay, coming back to where I left off to my story. Now, each day I started hearing similar noises in the house. It all happened when I used to be alone. Sometimes I would even hear that peculiar sound made by a plastic toy. Anyways, I had ignored them all, since I did not think such things could happen to me. Gradually, my husband noticed changes in my behavior. I had become very violent, often had terrible fights with him, always depressed, never smiling, and very short-tempered. Things began to come in control when I got a job after about 8 or 9 months. The new job was very close to where I lived, so I used to be home by 6 in the evening. Now, I don't know why, but for some reason, one fine day, I heard a male's voice whisper in my ear when I had dozed off on the couch watching television. I was scared as the voice was so real, and I knew I had not dreamed it. After this, I decided to share this with my husband. I knew he would not believe me, but I did not want to wait till something really bad happened. In the evening, when I told him about what happened, he said he had similar experiences. A few days back, he was alone that night since I stayed back at a friend's house. He thought he heard strange noises and also felt someone was continuously watching him. He was unable to sleep that night. That was the only night he was alone and had this experience. I told him I have had such experiences almost every day. Situation got worse when just 6 or 7 months back one night as we were winding up to go to sleep, I closed the bedroom door and got into bed. Just then, at the moment, there was a loud bang on the bedroom door, and then another one, and another one. It sounded that something was trying to get in. Me and my husband both were too scared to yell or cry or say anything. We held hands and waited for the door to open. The door did open, but slightly. We were not able to sleep that night. Still, we did nothing. The next night again, there were 4 distinct bangs on the door, and this time it was even stronger, and the door opened with a swing, but there was nothing there. That night, my husband and I decided to spend the night at a nearby lodge or some other place. I do not know what got into me, and I declared that I would not leave my house just because I am scared of something I cannot see. And we stayed back and awake the whole night. After that night, I started hearing a man-like voice whisper in my ear, and animals angry growling, someone screaming and running around the house. All of this while I was wide awake and during the day. We called a psychic for help. He decided to visit the house, and then when he was there, he was finding it hard to breathe normally. He then blessed the house and told us that there was an evil spirit who was attached to me because I spent maximum time at home alone. And then the finale. I was home one day since it had rained heavily and transport was a problem. It was 4 in the evening. I was surfing the internet when there was a power shortage. I lazily lied down on the couch and was talking to my husband on the phone when suddenly something grabbed my left ankle and lifted my leg and then tried to throw me off the couch. I froze and sat up straight, and then there it was. I saw a shadow of a human-like figure on one of the walls. It was moving back and forth in a weird manner. I told my husband what I was seeing and crying at the same time. I hung up and took my purse and the house keys and moved out of there. I went straight to the mall just because I wanted to be in a crowded place. After that day, we stayed at my mom's place till we could find a new home to rent. Within 15 days, we were back in that house only to pack our things and move out. Today, we are in a totally different place in Mumbai, and I know that thing has moved in with us here as well. I am seeking help through a psychic now, and somehow that thing seems to be getting weaker. Though sometimes it makes me know its presence, I am learning to face it. And yes, the psychic has helped me since that thing has not been able to touch me after that day. It's only some days that I feel it is around me, and I also feel it getting powerless day by day. And now I am not violent anymore, and I managed to keep my temper under control. Also, me and my husband have not quarreled once since we moved to the new place. I know this won't be very interesting to everyone, but I know how it feels to face such things in real life. It is the most scariest thing one can experience ever, but I survived.